Hey, y'all. Hey, what's up? We are back for Falling Madly in Love with Our Money over the month of February. And we are here for day 12 of 29. We are getting closer and closer to 29. And I can't even believe like how cool this has been and the responses that I have been getting on the value and the things that you guys are gaining from this series. So, today we're going to talk about creating some financial milestones. Now, these are important because we have something that we can focus on that we're actually working towards versus just saying, oh, I'm creating a spending plan. Oh, I'm saving with no real end date or goal, right? Or, oh, I am paying off debt but there's no actual like when I want to do it, how I want to do it type thing, right? Or, oh, I am retiring. Well, when is that going to be? How much do you need to retire? Those types of things. So it's really important that we create financial milestones as we are looking to build a healthier relationship with our money, and we're going to talk about that. So if you happen to be catching this live, put hashtag live. If you're catching on the replay, hashtag replay. For those of you who do not know who I am, I'm Nashaya Richardson, the Play Money Coach, and I work with high achieving professionals who want to learn how to manage their money like a boss so they have more play money to do the things they enjoy. So let's talk about creating some financial milestones. So you can keep it as simple as possible, and it does not have to be something that you have to go deep into with planning, but create something that's going to be easy for you to follow, create something that's going to be fun, create something that's going to keep you motivated so that as you are working towards certain goals, you can celebrate yourself during that process, and you also can stay committed to what milestones you have set for yourself. So let's give an example of what that could look like. So someone recently asked me, Nashaya, how long does it take to save 6 months of my expenses in my savings account? And I had to be honest with them and tell them, well, it really depends on one, how much money you have left over every month after you pay all of your necessary bills, right? Your needs, right? Two, how much are you willing to put towards that milestone or that goal? And because that's going to be the determining factor of how quickly you can do it, right? It's also going to be the determining factor of whether or not you're going to focus on other things at the same time. So, like I explained to her, I said, well, it truly depends on one, how much disposable income you have every month after you pay all of your necessary bills, right? Two, are you going to be paying off debt and saving and, buying yourself things that you value all at the same time? Or do you want to just focus on saving that 6 months of your expenses? Or do you want to just focus on something else, right? So we can talk about, give an example of, okay, let's say, for example, 6 months of your expenses, just throwing it out there because I know this is not a realistic number, but it may be, right? So let's say 6 months of your expenses. Let's be more realistic. $15,000, right? And that is you really getting clear on whether or not you want those 6 months that you're saving for to be every possible thing that you would spend in a month, or do you want to really bring it down to the bare minimum? So let's say, for example, you lose your income and you need to build that savings to replace that income. During that time that you lost your income, do you want to just cover your necessities and, take the time off to not, go shopping or not going out to eat or doing things that you really enjoy and just cover your necessities? Or during that 6 months, do you want to maintain your lifestyle that you currently have, and that's the savings goal that you want to focus on? So one, get clear on that, right? So let's say that is what you're doing. You're working towards building your 6 months of savings. What does that look like? Is it just the bare minimum, or are you maintaining your lifestyle over that 6 months, right? Two, how much is it going to be? So now you know which one you're going to choose, the maintaining your lifestyle or just covering the necessities during that period. Now you can calculate, how much do I need to reach that 6 months of my expenses saved? Maybe that's $15,000, right? Maybe it's 20, Maybe it's 100. It all depends on your lifestyle, right? So let's say it's $15,000 and you're like, okay, I need to save $15,000. That is going to be my safety net, my financial freedom fund, so that I feel comfortable in the event that I lose my income. So let's do 15K divided by six. Oops, clear, clear. 15K. I'm using my calculator here, y'all. Um, Divided by six. So that is $2,500 a month. So $2,500 a month is what covers all of your expenses without any extras. That's so that you can have your housing, right? You can have transportation, you can have food, utilities, if you need medications, those types of things, groceries, gas to get you back and forth if you drive, right? So that includes all of that in that $2,500. So now let's say you look at how much do you have left over every single month after you pay all of your bills and you have some fun, right? Because we're including values into our spending plan, that value-based spending plan. And let's say you have $1,000 left over after you do all of the things that are important to you every single month. Now you can ask yourself, do I want to save $1,000 every single month until I reach that financial milestone of 15K? Or do I only want to save 500 of that and then put the other $500 towards debt, or put the other $500 towards travel, put the other $500 towards education, right? So now you can get clear on how much you actually want to allocate towards that financial milestone so you can map it out and see what it looks like. Because without knowing the numbers and just throwing some random whatever out there, thinking like, okay, I can just accomplish that milestone, I can reach that milestone and I'm going to get to it whenever. No, let's not do that, right? Let's plan accordingly so that we can clearly see what we're doing with our money and then we can execute. So as we reach whatever milestone it is, so maybe you want to celebrate once you reach that first month save. So that's that $2,500. Maybe you want to celebrate then and buy yourself, I don't know, a bottle of wine, or give yourself a rest day, or whatever it is, whatever feels good for you to celebrate that milestone. Then you can create another milestone. Maybe you want to celebrate once you have 3 months saved. So that right there is $7,500. So you can celebrate that, right? And so on and so forth. And you do the same thing with every other thing that you're working towards. So if paying off debt is a milestone for you, or if you're looking to reach a certain income goal, so maybe in your business or maybe your job, you're like, listen, I know I'm a six-figure earner, and when I reach that 100K or that 250K or that 500 K, I am going to celebrate like this. But it allows you to see your benchmarks so that you know what you have to do to get there. Because maybe you're already at 75K and you're like, listen, if I do X, Y, and Z, then I know I can reach that 100K or more, right? So that could look like you saying, all right, I need to work with a life or career coach like Sierra Ramos, who can help me tweak my resume, can show me how I can search for jobs that are within my ideal income bracket, or can show me how the things I can say or the things I can do after I apply for that job so that I'm in position to get that six-figure position, that six-figure job. Or it could look like you doing something different in your business. Maybe it's like, listen, I need to invest in working with a business coach or someone that can take my business to the next level. Maybe that's marketing, social media, maybe it's your bookkeeper or your fractional CFO to say, hey, girl, you got it right here. You just need to do more of this, right? So this allows you to create those financial milestones. So as you are on your journey to reaching that big goal, you can start checking boxes off and saying like, okay, I'm on track, and I can do this, I can accomplish this, but these are the steps that I need to take to actually get to that end goal. So tell me in the comments, what is your one goal that you want to work towards? And then think about, as you write, put in the comments what your one goal that you want to work towards. Think about the steps and the milestones that you need to reach in order to get there, or on the way to getting to that big goal. So that as you reach each milestone, you can celebrate that, to say like, okay, I've reached that 3 months of saving. Yay, that's awesome. I feel really good. Now, that could look like you maybe slowing down and allocating that money towards something different, or saying, like, listen, I'm actually going to go hard over the next, let's say, 3 months and put everything that I have into that so I can reach that goal faster. So let me know what your big goal is that you want to work towards, or your small goal, right? And then think about what milestones or what steps you need to take to reach that goal. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about the mastering of giving back, because as we talk about building a healthy relationship with money and falling madly in love with money, the goal is not for you to just love money. The goal is for you to use money as a tool, for you to have a better quality of life, for you to be in position to do the things that you truly enjoy, the things that you value, and also to be able to help other people if that is what you desire to do. I know a lot of my clients, whether they are whether they love helping their children or their family or their place of worship, or charities or organizations that are in their community, or things that they truly believe in or love giving back to, that is one of the things that they love doing with their money, myself included, right? Because it is not really that fun having all of the money and not being able to give back to others and be able to share with others your wealth, right? So that is tomorrow. We're going to talk about the art of giving back. So as we're, gaining all this wealth, we're earning all this extra money, we're doing all these amazing things with our finances. Now is positioning us to where we can be sponsors for events, or we can maybe sponsor someone to go and do an activity that maybe they wouldn't have been able to afford to do, right? Or we're in position to where we can donate thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars if we desire to do it. Or we can help our family to the extent that feels comfortable for us, right? That's within our boundaries. We can help our family or our friends or whoever we care about, because we have more than enough to go around. It's not just for us to enjoy the increase in our wealth, it also allows us to help other people without being worried about whether or not it's going to affect your financial goals or the things that you have going on, because there's an abundance of it. And that is why you worked the way that you work, so that you can have more than enough money to be able to cover your life as well as to help others. So let's talk about that tomorrow, the art of mastering giving back. And that's going to be day 13 of 29. So if you're coming back tomorrow, put a fire emoji in the comments. And I look forward to seeing y'all there. So have an awesome evening. Stay safe. And I will see y'all tomorrow.